As I promised earlier, I wanted to show you the prep DNA of some people who have been preparing on the platform. And looking into this actual information, I think it's going to be helpful for you to give you a sense of how to prepare using PrepDNA and also try to understand the insights you can gain out of PrepDNA. This is one person who is a regular user on PrePG, and one of the people I expect to be amongst the toppers. So I would expect this person to be in the top 100, maybe even in the top few ranks. Why do I feel so? It's mostly based on, if you look at my previous video, it will you can see the comparison of PrepDNA of people who topped last year, and you'll see how this person has a PrepDNA very similar to one of the toppers. So okay, let's look into it. First of all, what's the advice you would give based on the current PrepDNA? I would say, first of all, the things that I observe, that there are a few subjects here, and pharmacology stands out as a subject that's considered very high leverage, which is a subject that if you master, if you know better of, it helps you solve questions in other subjects well, that this person is relatively weak in. So that's something to study. And if you go down and drill down deeper into the performance of this person in pharmacology, you can see this chart, and you can see that there are things like drug of choice, GIT, CVS, that there are things over here where the person can improve. Now, granted, these are also pretty good performance. If you see, this is all in the 90th percentile, but still there is some scope of improvement here. And you can especially see, if you actually see where the person is right now in the preparation for pharmacology. They've done quite well, but flattened out. See, this is the pharmacology performance over time. It's pretty flat. And if you go and drill down on why this has been happening, you see in the recent past, and again, the success rate is in the recent past, they are very good with the easy questions, and no wonder that's why they do well overall. But the performance in moderate is quite bad, which means that it still calls for improving on some of the basics. And again, you see the amount of preparation in the recent past, even in the last few months, has been very limited. They've not practiced much on pharmacology. One would expect that they're getting to it again soon, hopefully, because it is certainly something to improve on. So what does that tell you? That everyone can improve on things. And another thing to note is the time that they improved. If you look at this time period, shows a lot of improvement, was in this time period when they actually worked on pharmacology. So that gives me hope. I can say that this person will do well if they prepare, again, start with the left on the things that you're relatively weak on, and if you focus on these topics, there's a chance of doing well. Now, going back and looking at the overall progress, and this is somewhere I want to give you an additional insight. Look at their overall performance. This is what I was telling you when they started their preparation sometime in March. They started with a low readiness index, but very quickly rose up as they prepared. And soon, like by July, they'd hit over 90s, going to the 95th percentile, which is great. This is where you feel that you're well into the competition and the top performer zone. But when you go down and see the success rate, excellent success rate with easy. This is a marker of everyone who's successful, has excellent performance with easy. With moderate and hard, not so good. If you compare their performance on moderate and hard compared to the toppers of last year, they don't come very close. In fact, it means that there is a lot to improve. So looking at my calendar now, this is around mid. We are on early October, and there are certainly several months. So there's 2-3 months of revision and preparation, and I am sure this person, if they keep working hard, being diligent and continuously practicing and learning on and focusing on some of these subjects, they are going to do well even on the moderate and hard. This is where they need to improve. Their easy is conquered, moderate and hard is where they need to focus on now. And you can see there was that zone when they particularly pushed very hard, like doing even 5,000 questions in a week. And in the recent past, they've again picked it up. So those are the insights you can gain out of PrepDNA. And again, I think this person needs to get one of the top ranks.